Hey everyone, this is Michael again, and we are live. I'm doing this little live hangout stream for tonight. Just talking about the wrestling news, what's going on. AEW Double or Nothing predictions, which AEW Double or Nothing is next Saturday, no, next Sunday. So, gonna give my predictions on that. Uh, Going to show the results of AEW Collision, AEW Rampage from tonight, and just waiting on my co-host here. So, how was everybody's Saturday? Now it's Sunday here on the East Coast here in New York. If you guys haven't checked out my previous video that I uploaded earlier, I did a unboxing video of the Cody Rhodes and WrestleMania 40 plaque, which I just had to get because I was there, and I want to collect pretty much you know WrestleMania 40 stuff, considering like I was there. It was my very first WrestleMania, so just had to collect it. So, but just going to the wrestling sites here for wrestling news. Let's get that all down. But yeah, it's Sunday morning here. It's 12:04 now, and just just hanging out here, chilling. I worked today, worked the full 7.5 hours. So, but yeah. So, but I did see Batman '89 last night, which I saw it at my local Alamo Draft House, and just watching it on the big screen was absolutely amazing and great. And it was such a good time. Seeing Michael Keaton, as Batman. My favorite Batman is Michael Keaton. Jack Nicholson as the Joker, which I really like. He puts on a good performance as the Joker. You also have Kim Basinger, who plays Vicky Vale. Film was directed by Tim Burton. So, but it was a joy seeing it on the big screen. It's one of my favorite films. So I actually got this cup, which I'm going to show. So I got this. This the time capsule cup. If you go to Alamo Draft House, they they give this out. You could ask them, when you get to your seat, if they have these available. So yes, that's pretty cool. Uh, yeah, so I'm just going to start the link here for wrestling news. To screen here. So I'm on WrestleView.com. I go here and I go to Wrestling Inc. You know, good news sites to get wrestling news from. So, just give me a second. But yeah, oh, I got my co-host in here. Please welcome Datila, aka Rangers of Wrestling, my buddy.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing much, just chilling here, looking at the wrestling news here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, if there's any news, yeah. Basically, I like to go to like WrestleView.com, Wrestling Inc.
Oh, okay.
Good ways to look at the news. I know
I
you use PW Insider, so
yeah, I use PW Insiders a lot, Mike Johnson and stuff like that.
mhm. But yeah. So getting into
I was How was
uh,
Collision and Rampage? I didn't watch it.
Collision, I only watched like when it got to like the women's match, which was Serena Deeb and uh, what was it Anna Jay, and they put on a really good match.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was tired, man. I
And
was really tired.
we'll talk about uh 3 hours of AEW television and why, like what we think, and should they stop doing that, because I think 3 hours of AEW television, it's not needed. It's really
Okay.
not needed.
Yeah.
So getting into news here, WWE filed a new trademark for a possible TV series.
Mhm.
Back on May 17th, they filed it for a trademark with the United States Trademark and Patent Office, what appears to be a new television series. The new trademark is for WWE Vault. So it says WWE Vault trademark registration is intended to cover the categories of entertainment services, namely a show about professional wrestling, of course. So, and what I think this might be is, maybe they're going to do, like what they do on A&E with the rivals and, you know, most wanted treasures like that. I think this might be uh, showcasing maybe like matches, and then they go in and talk about it. So I could see
That
them
would make sense
possibly
because
doing
this
that.
is from the vault.
Yeah. So hopefully they showcase, like very early matches, like maybe like from the 70s, the 80s. But I have a sense that, maybe they're going to lean into, like when late 80s, when Hulk Hogan was around till like, Attitude Era, maybe going into the new generation. But hopefully they showcase, you know, stuff from the like the 70s, like around there, because I feel like those are like very forgotten. Like WWE rarely shows like matches or footage from that time.
Mhm.
So I'm looking forward to this, whenever it comes into play. What do you think that what it might be like?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it might be like matches from the vault. Like, don't you remember like a couple years ago? I think it was like years ago that we had like that segment during Raw or SmackDown from the Vault where they would air like classic stuff.
Yes,
I think it's gonna be like
yes, I
that.
remember that. They had years ago, like around like 2000 like 2008ish on MSG, where where WWE had a program. It was called I guess it was called like Matches from the Garden or something like that, and it was hosted by Mean Gene Oakland, and they would show like the full like matches from that period at the Garden.
Oh, okay.
Uh, but it was cool. I remember watching. It was called WWF. Was this? No, this wasn't it. But it was with Mean Gene Okerlund in it. But I
Oh,
remember like
okay.
watching it, and they even showed like Stone Cold Steve Austin when he stunned Vince McMahon for the first time. That was at the Garden.
Oh, okay.
So they showed that show in its entirety. So it was pretty cool. Uh, so yeah, hopefully that'll be an interesting show to check out. Uh, WWE Women's Champion Bailey saying that says tournament is calling for PLE return. They took to social media, during SmackDown last night, saying the Queen of the Ring tournament is calling for the return of an Evolution Premium Live event. So basically, Bailey wants an Evolution 2 to happen.
Yeah.
And Evolution, it was okay when I watched it. It wasn't like the best WWE Premium Live event that they put on, and that was when I think Nikki Bella was still the champion. I think it was. It's been a while since Evolution, that pay per view, but I thought it was okay. But will I want to see a Evolution 2? Maybe. This is not under Vince McMahon and his old, uh, his old resume. This is Triple H. This is a whole new, regime under him. So maybe Triple H could make it a pretty decent premium live event if Evolution 2 ever happens.
Yeah, I think you can.
Would you want to see an Evolution 2?
I didn't see the first one, so.
Yeah, it took place out in Long Island at I forgot the name of the arena though. Nassau Coliseum.
Oh, Nassau Coliseum.
Mm-hmm. And it was just okay. I remember one comment saying, "Please God, no."
I think that if booked correctly, it could be a good pay-per-view.
Yeah. Ivar gives a injury update following NXT. Ivar took Twitter saying, thank you for, entrusting his doctor that specialized on his injury. I didn't even know that Ivar was getting surgery. He says he took it to X and said, right here, there's been a lot of misinformation flowing around about me. Let me clarify. Yes, I am injured. Yes, it is very serious. No, I have not had surgery. Still trying to figure out all options, what this means for my future. Continue. So prayers to Ivar. When he gets surgery, hope it's very successful and, will come back, better than ever. Yeah. Thoughts, prayers go out to Ivar.
Yeah. Hope
we'll get into
speedy recovery.
Yeah. So we'll get into the Collision and Rampage spoilers here. 3 hours of AEW television, which is terrible. AEW doesn't need 3 hours of television. It's bad enough that we got to sit through 3 hours of Monday Night Raw every Monday. It's like Tony Khan's just following in Vince McMahon's steps here. So what do you think about 3 hours of AEW television?
We don't need 3 hours of AEW television, but I will say this. If they do 3 hours, you got to start off strong and end strong. And the middle has to be strong too. Because otherwise, you start off strong, but then if you falter, you might lose people when you falter. And then if you pick it up again, it's not necessary people are going to come back,
Yeah. And pretty much not too many people are probably watching Collision and Rampage on a Saturday night.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
But would I want to see Rampage be live every week? Yes. Would I want it to be 2 hours? Yes, but on a different night. Not, I said, previous, months back that I want to see Rampage on, a Saturday night, but we got Collision. But, if Rampage, goes to 2 hours, it needs to have, stories. It needs to have build, and it needs to be, of course, entertaining. You don't want to sit there for 2 hours and not be entertained, because sitting through Rampage every week is just torture. It's just meh, in my opinion.
Yes, I still don't even watch Rampage.
That's the reason why I stopped covering Rampage,
Same.
because it's always taped, and I don't like what they're doing here. Having Collision for 2 hours, and then you got to sit through an hour of Rampage after that. It's just too much, and add on to the WWE programming we watch. So you get 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. That's 3 hours. And then for me, I know you don't watch NXT. Add on 2 hours of NXT. So that's 5 hours. That's 5 hours right there. Add on add on Dynamite. That's 8 to 10. So that's 8 out. I think that's 8 hours right there. And then SmackDown, another 2 hours. That's 10 hours right there. And then when you do Collision and Rampage together, that's 8. That's 8 to 10. So I just got totally lost here
I think
on
it's
the
like
hours. But
roughly 12, 13 hours.
yes, so you're basically watching 12, 13 hours of wrestling in total every week. And knowing you counting TNA, that's probably more.
Well, see, the thing is, I watch TNA on YouTube Insiders, so it's only like an hour and 30 minutes because they cut off
Oh,
all the commercials.
yeah. Yeah, she's a big TNA fan. I don't like TNA. Was never a huge fan of TNA. I know Datila always scolds at me for not liking TNA.
You scold at me for not watching NXT, so call it even.
Yes, we're even. But I keep on telling Datila to watch NXT, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna set up a Patreon, so people are gonna pay me to watch NXT. I'll be the number one person to give you all that money to watch NXT.
It's true. I don't with my schedule the way things are right now. I don't have time to watch NXT to sit down and watch NXT.
Yeah, only the premium live events.
Yeah, and that's only because I cover TNA now on Body Slam. If I was still covering TNA on my channel, that wouldn't even be an option.
Yeah, if you guys are fans of TNA, go over to Body Slam, check out Datila's reviews. On TNA, if you're TNA fans, she does really great reviews. Also, subscribe to her channel, Rangers of Wrestling, reviews
I
Monday
have
Night
a
Raw.
I was to say I
But
have this. I'm working on editing some of Joe's panel from today's Comic Con Revolution. I think a lot of
nice,
people would enjoy that.
and he's going to be appearing at New York Comic Con in October, which hopefully I get a chance to meet him, get a photo with him.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like I was like in the front row, and I
Hmm.
was like recording. I was recording it, and he talked a lot. He talked a lot about a lot of stuff. So I think you guys will enjoy it.
Yeah, check it out. It's going to be on Datila's channel, Rangers of Wrestling. Subscribe to her. Check her out. She does reviews of Raw, SmackDown, and also Power Rangers. She's a huge Power Rangers fan. So if you enjoy Power Rangers, subscribe to her channel. So come have fun on Datila's channel. Okay, so getting into Collision and Rampage spoilers. So it's the spoilers here. Will Ospreay end up taking on Shane Taylor? So I'm like, all right, Will Ospreay, he won the match. No surprise there. And then Undisputed Kingdom came out. They end up attacking Ospreay. Ospreay took out Mike Bennett and Matt Taven with a flip dive. I'm like, okay. I just gotta say, the Collision card tonight was it looked terrible on paper. Gotta say. Give me 1 second, guys.
I don't even know what the collision card was.
Sorry, I had to let my cat out. But yeah, so Will Ospreay pinched Shane Taylor. Obviously, Ospreay was winning. Brian Danielson, FTR end up beating Lance Hoyt and the Righteous, which was the main event of Collision tonight. And obviously, I knew that they were going to win, Brian and FTR. I mean, you got the Righteous. The Righteous, I feel like, are AEW's version of the Wyatt family. Would you agree with me on that, Datila?
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Yeah, because they come out there with, like their theme song sounds all Wyatt family esque. Everybody snapping their thumbs to the music, to their music.
Yeah.
I think that the Righteous should add more people into the group. Then,
Sometimes the less is less more.
yeah, but that's what I see when the Righteous come out. They're a rip off Wyatt family. So, but yeah, that was the main event of Collision tonight. Then you got Lance Archie. He came out after the match. He laid out Cash Wheeler with a blackout on a steel chair. And then Daniel Garcia, Mr. Dancer, came out to make the save. So, man, Orange Cassidy pinned Brother Zay. Isaiah Cassidy. No surprise there. Orange Cassidy ended up getting the win. Trent Beretta was at ringside for the match. I don't care for this Trent Beretta Orange Cassidy feud. Like, does anybody care about this? Do you care about this, Datila?
Somewhat. I'm curious to see where it goes.
I don't know. It's just like, how many times do we get already Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, or Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor? It's uninteresting. That's how the way I see it. And of course, it was booked for Double or Nothing. Orange Cassidy versus Trent Beretta. And we all seen it coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's gonna feel weird watching Double or Nothing on Central Time. I should have just came back.
Yeah. And so we got Hook. He ended up defeating Johnny TV. Did I care? No. Katsuyori Shibata ended up beating Rocker Romero. No surprise there. Shibata's great in the ring. But that's another thing. Rocker Romero, he's involved in the Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta thing. I'm like, I don't care. Brian Keith ended up defeating Beefcake Boulder of the Iron Savages. I haven't seen Iron Savages on TV in a while. Are they in ROH in Ring of Honor?
I don't watch Ring of Honor. You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah. Nobody watches Ring of Honor.
No, I know somebody that watches Ring of Honor.
Oh, yeah? All right. Of course, that we had a segment, Jay White and the Guns end up being up on Pac on the stage area. I guess this is leading to maybe, Jay White and the Guns and Pac teaming up with somebody. So I think that's what this might be leading up to. Nick Wayne ended up defeating Jack Cartwheel. Never even heard of the guy. Nick Wayne ended up winning. Probably laid him out with Wayne's World. Party time, excellent. So, and then we had Serena D versus Anna Jay, which, in my opinion, this and also Brian Danielson, FTR, Lance versus Lance Hoyt and the Righteous, I think were the best matches on Collision tonight. It was a surprisingly good match between Serena Deeb and Anna Jay. So, and then after the match, you had Toni Storm come out there, and she was with Luther and Mariah May and Datila. Get this. We had Toni Storm come out, and she had Serena Deeb's flag, which said Deeb's Dojo on it. So Toni Storm undressed behind the flag. You saw her bra come down, She ended up taking off her shoes, and she ended up wrapping herself in the flag to, disrespect Serena Deeb. And so Serena Deeb ended up running down, and we had just Tony Storm, Mariah May, Luther end up running to the back. And that was basically that. So, but yeah, that was Collision tonight, Datila. So what do you think? Throwaway show from these results?
Yeah, didn't really miss much.
Yeah. I thought it was a throwaway show as well. And moving on to Rampage here. Kyle O'Reilly ended up defeating Lee Moriarty. No surprise there.
Yeah.
Are you liking Kyle O'Reilly's singles run here?
It's been okay. I think it's missing something.
Do you think that he should align with the Undisputed Kingdom?
I feel like that would have been too obvious and too predictable. Maybe he will, but down the road.
Yeah, because I think that he works well when he's with, his guys, when he's with Adam Cole and Roderick Strong. We've seen that, when they were, in the Undisputed Era, when they were in WWE on NXT. I think at some point we're going to get Kyle O'Reilly into the Undisputed Kingdom. We had Roosh in action. When was the last time we seen Roosh in action?
I don't remember, honestly.
Yeah. So Roosh was in action. He had taken on Cody Chun. I think that's how you pronounce his last name there. Obviously, squash match. Deonna Purrazzo was in action. She took on Robin Renegade. Of course, Deonna Purrazzo, won it. She's just absolutely great in the ring. She's the virtuosa. And
Long may she fucking reign.
yes, long may she fucking reign.
Shout out to my friend Lucha for that.
I thought it was a solid women's match here between Purrazzo and Renegade. And then Thunder Rosa came out to help Robin Renegade. Purrazzo attacked Renegade. No, Purrazzo ended up attacking Thunder Rosa from behind. So this is going to lead to, Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. A little bit of a setup there. And then the main event was Brian Cage versus Anthony Bowens, which surprisingly was a good match to main event Rampage tonight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was very entertaining. So, and then Brian Cage won. He drove clawed Anthony Bowens because he low blowed Bowens. So, yeah. But Brian Cage, he's all right. I miss Brian Cage when he was in Lucha Underground. I thought he was more, better used in Lucha Underground than how he is now in AEW. That's just my opinion. I think they should bring his wife, Melissa Santos, to AEW.
Like his manager or something?
Yeah, have Melissa Santos be her husband's manager in AEW. I mean, they met in Lucha Underground. So why not Tony Khan sign Melissa Santos and have her be paired with her husband? We've seen, husband and wives been paired in wrestling. Tony Khan signed Melissa Santos. Melissa, she's not doing nothing, probably. I got my friend here, Katie, saying hi, friends.
Hey.
Yeah, Katie's awesome. She does movie reviews like me.
Oh, that's cool.
Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, Katie. So yeah, that was the Rampage results. Overall, another throwaway show here. What do you think, Datila?
Yeah, definitely.
No wonder why we stopped reviewing Rampage.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah. There was news that Rampage is moving. No, Rampage is going back on Fridays before the NBA finals. I think it's this Friday.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, I'm
So
not gonna watch. So,
yeah, so probably not going to miss much because it's on at 6:30. Thank God it's not on at 10 o'clock after SmackDown.
oh, you
So,
either even if I wasn't leaving, I
thank you so
still
much.
probably would miss it. Actually,
Oh, no
no.
problem, Katie. Yeah, but yeah, those are the AW Collision and Rampage reviews. Overall, throwaway shows. Absolutely throwaway shows tonight. Let's see here. So the AEW announced Path to All in Arlington, Texas. So we're gonna get Collision on Saturday, July 20th. Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor, Friday, July 26th. Collision 27th. Uh, Collision on Thursday. So I guess they're taping Collision Saturday, August 10th for Collision. So it's gonna be live, and then next Saturday, August 17th for Collision. So I guess they're maybe taping that August 1st Collision, probably airing it on Saturday maybe. So yeah, announced the historic partnership that will feature AEW hosting a summer series of events. Yes. Oh, see, I was right. The tape in August 1st, that Thursday, tape to air Saturday, August 3rd. So we all know that the results will be out on that day, on the 1st. But yeah, shockingly, no dynamite. Shockingly, they're not doing a dynamite.
Yeah, that is kind of odd.
Yeah, because I'm like looking at that. I'm like, where's dynamite? How come they're not doing live dynamite? Yeah, that's weird. Hall of Famer dealing with health scare. Let's see who this is. Yeah, Tammy Stitch, who was sentenced to in 2023 last year to 17 years in prison for a role in a fatal car crash, is currently undergoing issues with her health. WWE Hall of Famer. Of course, she was formerly known as Sunny. She currently has a release date slated for January 3rd, 2040. She may be receiving care from an off-site hospital due to a concern about receiving it from prison officials. Testing was later completed, leading to the diagnosis of a blood clot that was treated with blood thinners. So Sonny's not doing very well here. So, let's see here. Royal Rumble 1988. For Datila's sake, let's go over Impact Wrestling news here.
Oh my
that'll make
god.
that'll make you that'll make you happy, and I'll be suffering. No. Top TNA star pulls out of independent dates due to personal health issues. Josh Alexander. I didn't even
Yeah,
know he
I
was
heard
in
about that.
TNA. I didn't even know he was
Really,
in
you
TNA.
didn't?
No, I thought he was in AEW, but I guess they released him.
No, he's been in TNA.
Oh, he's been in TNA.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is why I don't know about TNA.
Him and Ethan
Thanks to
Page.
Datila.
Him and
Was it?
Ethan Page were tag team the North. They split. Ethan Page left TNA to go to AEW, and Josh Alexander stayed.
Oh, okay. See, it's great to have Datila here so she could carry me through Dynamite stuff. I mean, through TNA stuff.
My back hurts now.
Give me 1 second. Okay, so here says he was scheduled to face Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, Shelton Benjamin. That would have been a good match.
Says, however, on May, Prestige Wrestling announced Alexandra is not able to compete, so Tom Lawler will be the new opponent for Shelton Benjamin. I guess this is at a event here in LA there at the Fairmont Hollywood. So Josh Alexander took to X, indicated he had to pull out of his independent dates for the rest of May. He said he is not injured, but is being precautionary as he is dealing with personal health issues that has him in constant pain. He further noted that he will deal with it. Yeah, he further noted that he will deal with it and return back to action as soon as possible. So he posted this on X. I wish him a speedy recovery.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. He did, I guess, like a another episode of Explosion in Albany.
Explosion's great.
It's different from Impact?
It's not that it's different. It's just kind of like, how can I say this? It's just like a one match and a segment show.
Oh, okay. Scott D'Amore's next move looks to have been revealed. Maple Leaf Wrestling Inc. filed to trademark Maple Leaf Wrestling. As Scott D'Amore, filed for this for Maple Leaf Wrestling since he was released by TNA back in February. I didn't even know about this Maple Leaf Wrestling. I didn't even know WWE took it over in '84. Let's see this. Oh, we had Russo and Angelo Parker got married today.
Oh, congrats to them.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Congrats to both of them. I like Ruby Soho, Angelo Parker. Of course, we all know that they're expecting their first child, which, of course, Soho made the announcement after Dynamite, the April 17th episode of Dynamite, because it aired during Rampage. That Friday.
I wasn't sure that was going to air during Rampage. So when I saw it, I was like, when is this part of Rampage? So I was like, spoiler? Or is this just like an after the show segment? I was surprised to learn that it actually aired on Rampage.
There's John Silver with them.
Yeah.
That's nice. Congrats to Ruby Soho and Angelo Parker. That news was out of nowhere. I didn't see it announced until right now. All right, so we're gonna go over the current lineup for Dynamite, which I showed you one match there, which I'm laughing about. Bryan Danielson versus Satnam Singh. Tony Khan, what the fuck are you doing? Bryan Danielson versus Satnam Singh. You mean to tell me you're booking Bryan Danielson against Satnam Singh, the guy who only does one move in a wrestling ring? Are you kidding me? Yeah, Datila, I know I sent you this earlier tonight. What were your thoughts when I told you about this?
Are you for real? Really?
I'm not joking.
Believe it.
I'm not joking. Sanjay Dutt was on Rampage tonight, and he made this announcement. And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? And this is on Dynamite. This is on the show for AEW. The Go Home show for Double or Nothing.
Not sure what this has to do with Double or Nothing.
What does this have to do with Double or Nothing? Nothing. Oh my god. Well, if you all want to take your bathroom break on Wednesday, there's the next match. There's the match to take your bathroom breaks at. So, yeah, so gonna show this. We're getting Swerve Strickland versus Nick Wayne, Roderick Strong and Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy and Will Ospreay. Uh, God, how many times are we gonna see Cassidy and Beretta? And we're getting Tony Storm and Mariah May versus Saraya and Harley Cameron. Yay, more Harley Cameron on my TV.
She's a good singer, though.
Yeah.
I like the song that she did for the inspiration.
We got a three-way match to determine who to face Chris Jericho for the FTW Championship. Hook, Brian Keith, Katsuyori Shibata. It's going to be Hook. It's going to be Hook winning.
I'd be surprised if it's not.
I agree. Well, then we got Brian. Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, they messed up there. Malachi Black versus Kyle O'Reilly. That should be a good match there. Takeshita versus Matt Sydal. Obviously, Takesha's winning that. And then Moxley's going to appear. So that's all set for Wednesday's Dynamite. So now we're going to get into the Double or Nothing predictions. Go to Wikipedia page here.
Is the entire card set, or are they still going to add matches on Dynamite?
I think the entire card is set. So we got, let's see here. Okay, so we got the card here. There's 9 matches on the Double or Nothing card here. And the card's looking pretty good.
Yeah. It almost makes me wish that I was going. But
Yeah,
I opted not to go.
You're going to meet John Cena.
Yep.
I'm lucky. I'm so jealous. So, a match is here. First match here. TBS Championship on the line. Will Nightingale defend the title against Mercedes Moné? I have to go with Mercedes because, AEW has been hyping up Mercedes, since she signed. And, she hasn't even had one match since coming to AEW. It's basically her just cutting promos after promo after promo to the point where I'm like, all right, get Mercedes off my TV. She's not, having matches in the ring yet. We haven't seen her wrestle for AEW yet. So this is going to be Mercedes' debut match in AEW. I think Mercedes is going to be taking the title off of Will Nightingale. Will Nightingale is just a transitional champion. What do you think, Datila?
I said that from the get-go, too. Will Nightingale is just a placeholder. She's going to drop that title to Mercedes Moné. I feel bad for Willow because I feel like she could have had a decent reign. But yeah, there's no way Mercedes Moné is going to lose this match. I will say this, though. I'm going to make another prediction. I think that, first, I think that in my opinion, this match should have a clean finish. Mercedes should beat Willow clean. But I also think that at the end of this match, Chris Statlander is going to turn heel.
Yes, I agree. I think Chris Statlander is going to be turned heel. And it's going to be, it's been, rumored that, Chris was going to turn heel. And when she turns heel, hopefully she has a good, reign as a heel here. Hopefully, Tony Khan doesn't botch uh, Chris Statlander's heel turn. But we all know the creative in AEW, for like the past like month or so has just been absolutely awful. It's Vince McMahon type booking, the way how Vince McMahon used to book WWE television. So, do you agree with me on that, Datila? That it just feels like Tony Khan is just pulling the Vince McMahon with these book dynamite shows.
Not necessarily. I could see why you say that, but there's never really a dynamite where I'm like, this is so awful. I gotta like get up and walk away. For the most part, they've been okay or a little lackluster, but I don't feel like it's ever a I'm gonna just turn off dynamite,
Yeah,
like I used to with
same,
Monday Night Raw.
same with me. Same with me. Like I don't turn off, dynamite. I just watch it all the way through. So yeah, so I'm going with Mercedes to win the title. And you said Mercedes too, right? Okay. Next is Roderick Strong versus Will Ospreay for the International Championship. I think this is going to be a good match here. Um, Will Ospreay, I think he's going to win the title, but at the same time, with Roderick Strong, he could have his Undisputed Kingdom guys out there, and that would probably cost Will Ospreay a chance to win the International Championship. But I'm leaning to my first prediction. I think Will Ospreay is going to defeat Roderick Strong.
I'm 50-50 on this one because I do agree. I do think that you undisputed I was gonna say United Kingdom. Undisputed
Another box
Kingdom
by
would
Datila.
I said I was gonna say it, I didn't say it. Um, I feel like the Undisputed Kingdom will play a factor in this, but at the same time, I think that Will Ospreay would probably take the belt. I don't think that, they're gonna make him lose. I think they're gonna pull an Okada and just give him the belt. I feel like it sucks for the Undisputed Kingdom that Adam Cole got hurt because I feel like this faction was supposed to be Roger Strong international title, Matt and Mike Bennett. Oh, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, ROH tag champs, and Adam Cole as a world champ. But unfortunately, that didn't happen because of his injury.
Yeah, but
And I don't know what the status update to Adam Cole is. So I don't know how long they would go with just Roderick Strong and OGK as champions. You know,
yeah, but I'll lead to Will Ospreay winning. So I think they need to put the belt on
yeah,
him, and he's just great. He's over with the crowd.
yeah, I agree.
Then we got Timeless Tony Storm versus Serena D for the Women's World Championship. This is going to be a good match. They've been building to this. I like the build that they've been doing with Tony Storm and Serena Deep here. Uh, to me, I think Tony Storm is going to retain the title. It's too early to put the title on Serena Deep, considering she just came back. She came back after being out with serious seizures. Seizures are very scary to encounter, and I think it's too early, like I said, for Serena Deep to win the title. So I'm going with Tony Storm to retain.
Me too.
Then we got Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage for the World Championship. Obviously, Swerve Strickland is going to retain, but you know Christian Cage could win it. I mean, he'll probably he has Kill Switch, Nick Wayne, and Shayna Wayne out there. They could pull some you know disruptions to Swerve. But
I'm sticking with my gut. Source Strickland's retaining.
yeah, I agree. I mean, he just won it. He just won the title at the last pay per view, and I don't see them taking the title off of him, that fast. So I'm going with Source Strickland. Now we have the Anarchy in the Arena match. The Elite, Kazuchika Okada, Jack Perry, the Young Bucks, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson versus Team AEW, Brian Danielson, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood, FTR, and Darby Allin. To me, like the Bucks, this is the best version of the Bucks that we're getting on Dynamite. With them being the EVPs, adding Okada into the mix, was awesome. And then Jack Perry, coming back, was great. I'm glad that Jack Perry is a part of the Elite now. And, really liking how this version of the Elite, is going. Brian Danielson, Cash Wheeler, Dax Harwood. I mean, with the Bucks and FTR, I'm like, how many times have we seen the Bucks and FTR go at it? I'm getting tired of seeing it. I think this needs to be the last we see of the Bucks and FTR going at it. It's just tiring. It was great the first time. The second time was awesome. Third time was but stop with the Young Bucks versus FTR. Move on. So I'm going with the Elite to win this Anarchy in the Arena match. I mean, the Elite is over, and the Bucks, are over as well. So my gut is I'm leaning to the Elite winning this match.
Why do we keep having the same predictions? I'm also leading for the Elite, especially with Matt and Nick Jackson. Oh, I'm sorry. Matthew and Nicholas Jackson getting that shoe deal coming out soon. Those shoes, and they're gonna wear them at the Anarchy in the Arena match. I just feel like for the storyline to continue, Team Elite needs to win. But then again, you know how AEW sometimes they like to do that booking where even if the Elite were to lose, the storyline would still continue somehow.
Yeah, which I have a
But
feeling that that's going to continue.
yeah, me too. But I'm just gonna go ahead and pick Team Elite.
Yeah, and seeing Darby Allin added to Team AEW, I mean, that was crazy. I mean, he came back. I mean, I think he got hit by a bus
Yeah,
in New York here, and he's
yeah,
back on TV already.
yeah.
The
You
guy,
know what's crazy? I thought that I was not expecting Eddie Kingston and Brian Dennison to be a part of this. I thought we were gonna get the Motor City Machine Guns
I thought that too.
because they have a history with Bucks, or should I say, Generation Me.
Yeah, it would have been cool to see them be a part of it. Next, we got Adam Copeland versus Malachi Black. Barbed wire steel cage match for the TNT Championship. I think this is going to be match of the night, in my opinion.
I think so too. Man, if watching this show on Central Time is gonna hit differently. I'm so used to this stuff ending at 9 p.m. that is gonna end like at 11.
It's going to end at 2 a.m. It'll end at 11. It'll be 2 a.m. here. Here in New York. But I'm looking forward to this barbed wire steel cage match. I mean, it's original. I've never seen a barbed wire steel cage match before. And, this is going to be one hell of a match between Copeland and Malachi Black. And I'm going with Adam Copeland to retain the TNT Championship.
Me too, honestly.
I don't sense them putting the title on Malachi Black, considering Copeland just won the title. So I got us leading to Adam Copeland retaining. Then we have Moxley versus Takeshita for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. This is a eliminated match. If Takeshita wins, he will receive a future shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
Wait, this eliminator match is taking place at Double or Nothing?
Yep.
You could have this on Dynamite.
Exactly. Exactly. Could have had this on Dynamite. I mean, this shouldn't be on the Double or Nothing card here. I mean, does this feel like a pay? Does this match feel like a pay-per-view quality match? No.
Okay, the match itself, probably yes. But the stipulation, you could just have that on that match on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Now, if this would have been John Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for the title, it would have been a lot.
Yeah. Moxley and Takeshita. I think this is going to be a very good match here. Like Moxley, I like Takeshita. Takesha's doing some of the best work in his career here. You know, being with the Don Callis family, and my sense to it, I think that maybe Takeshita is going to win it. I'm going with Takeshita. I think this is going to lead up to uh, Takeshita win the match and getting a shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship.
I could see that happening, honestly. Because I feel that might happen, because why else would they put this on the pay-per-view? They wouldn't. I don't think that they would put this on the pay-per-view if John Moxley was going to win.
Yeah. And yeah, so next is Trent Beretta versus Orange Cassidy. I don't even care for this match.
I pick Orange Cassidy.
I'm going with Orange Cassidy as well. You're not going to make Orange Cassidy lose. And Trent Beretta is going to take the fall here. And this is going to lead to a series of matches with Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. That's how the way I see it. After this, we're going to get a second match. We're going to get a third match out of this until we get bored of it. I just don't care for this match. I really don't. And then the main event here, we got Chris Jericho versus the winner of the match that we're going to see on Dynamite for the FTW Championship. I don't know who possibly win it. Well, my opinion, I'm going to go with Hook.
I don't think this is a main event. I just think that they just put this in a random order.
Yeah.
And I also go with Hook. I think Hook is going to win that three-way, and I think it's going to be Chris Jericho versus Hook. However, I think Chris Jericho is going to retain against Hook.
You know, I'm gonna have to go with Hook winning. I think Chris Jericho is just a transitional champion with that FTW title. So I think Hook is going to bring the title back.
But you forget, Big Bill might be a factor.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think maybe at a point in the match, Big Bill is gonna be a factor in this. So I mean, I don't care about this uh, gimmick with Chris Jericho as the learning tree. I really don't. He's acting like a children's television show host. You know,
Oh, go ahead.
he's going out there, he's smiling, waving, and then you got Big Bill out there going, yeah, it's a whole wave thing with Jericho and Big Bill here. It's awful. I don't care.
I like Brian Myers' learning tree a lot better. Which is why I was so hilarious that it was Big Bill of all people that joined Chris Jericho, because Big Bill, back when he was W. Morrissey, was feuding with Brian Myers in the learning tree.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And that was all on TNA.
Yeah. All right, Michael, if we're done with predictions, I'm going to go ahead and hit the road.
Hit the road, Jack.
Yes.
One more thing I want to touch up before you leave. Ricky Starks. I think he is going to WWE because he hasn't even been on AEW television, and that's why I think you remember when he was teaming up with Big Bill, and now we see Big Bill with Jericho. I think this means that Ricky Starks is going to be let go of AEW, and he's going to show up in WWE.
The way things are going, that wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
So you think he might be showing up in WWE real soon?
If there's anything that, if the last 5 years have taught us anything in pro wrestling, is that never say never.
There you go. There you go. To never say never. Oh yeah. All right, well, guys, this was a very nice stream. Like I said, subscribe to Datila's channel, Rangers of Wrestling. Check her channel out. She does Raw, SmackDown, AEW reviews, also Power Rangers stuff. So if you're a Power Rangers fan, definitely subscribe to her channel and check her out. She's also been on my channel. Last year we did that whole watch along for A Christmas Story. So this is the second time she's being featured on my channel here.
It was a pleasure, Michael.
You're welcome. You're invited here anytime.
Okay. Awesome.
So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all like this little live stream that we did. Just talk about the wrestling news, double nothing predictions. And until then, you all have a good night.
Bye.
See ya.